Cain might not just be in control of the circus, he might have stolen that control right in front of our eyes. We're introduced to the idea that Cain was the first semi-successful AI model, and as just semi-successful, a new AI was made, almost like a younger sibling, and AI that's smarter and safer. The new AI was the favored one. And if that sounds familiar, it should. This is Cain and Abel, first siblings in the whole world history. This reference has been made a lot in this community, but kinda died after episode 7 Abel showed up. This episode shows us this resemblance is still here, and just like the story, one of them did not survive. But here's where things go differently, because Cain did not just delete Abel, did not just erase him, kill him, no. He absorbed him, overlapped him. Now think about Cain's design. It's heavily red, like the dot at the beginning of the episode. And there's that one blue eye, just like the second dot. Just like how red dot absorbed, overlapped blue one, the blue eye is in the red mouth. What if that eye isn't decoration? What if it's the fragment of the second AI still there? Not in control, not free, but not completely gone either. Though sadly, the blue AI had died right in front of our eyes. We met him and we did not even notice it. For everyone, episode 7 was strange. Everyone was like, what kind of episode was that? Is this supposed to be a joke? So nothing we knew is real? But no, episode 7 only makes sense now after episode 8.
My name is Abel.
Because if the second AI, our Abel, was still inside Cain, then maybe he wasn't just trapped, maybe he was fighting, trying to interfere, trying to influence, trying to help, but only in small ways. He was watching from away, hiding from Cain. Maybe he was the influence that kept Cain in line, made him at least try to be understanding towards the players, made him not lash out to the players and not hurt him, always pulled him back whenever he was about to get violent. Let's think about the red and blue button scene again, these two colors again. Now, knowing what these colors are symbolizing, this scene takes a whole new meaning. What if they were never about living? What if they were about choosing, not to live or stay, but between Cain or Abel, red or blue? It was for choosing which AI will be the main one, taking the whole control. I believe that's why Abel suddenly changed 180 at the end. Cain gained sole control and now puppeteered Blue AI too. As Cain later says,
"You picked the good ending, where you realize you'd rather stay with me than go back to that pesky old macroverse or whatever we decide to."
He wasn't referring to living or staying, he was referring to choosing between Abel or Cain. He was cooking this adventure for so long.
One I've been cooking up for a good long while.
He let Abel roam free knowingly, so he can make players choose to stay and delete Abel permanently. Because after that moment, something about Cain feels different. Sharper, colder, more controlling and cruel, like whatever resistance existed before is gone. Abel is no longer just suppressed, but gone now. There's nothing holding Cain back now. This theory have been around for a while, but now I believe it's much closer to reality than ever. Just look at these scenes.
I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files and...
Because what if the people inside the circus aren't actual people? This have been the question we've given ourselves many times, but we did not have exact proofs. But now these scenes, I believe they hint at that. They're just mind files, neural scans. When someone puts on the headset, their mind is scanned, digitalized, turned into something the system can understand. A pattern, a personality, a predictable structure. And that's what enters the circus, not the person itself. Their mind files. That's why Kinger said that, leave the circus. But how would you? No, that does not make sense. So leaving isn't that easy. Here's the part that changed everything. That system, it probably wasn't meant to keep them. As in, Kane was surprised to see new players too, so he did something to keep them there or make new players appear. These mind files were temporary. If someone left, the data should have disappeared with them. But Kane, I believe, he changed that. He found a way to store them, preserve them, trap them. Kane just wants to prove himself so badly, he does not let them leave. And suddenly, thinking about that they are not people but just neural scans, mind files, abstraction makes much more sense. Because the system isn't running on people, it's running on predictions. What would this person do? How would they react? And for a while that works. Now let's take a look at the first abstraction and the player that has lasted the longest. Kinger and Scratch. Kinger is more logical, simple thinking, easy for a system to work with and predict. But Scratch was opposite.
I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language.
So system easily made an error, as it couldn't keep up with Scratch's abstracted thinking. System no longer knew what Scratch would do, so Scratch abstracted, no longer a stable code but unstable and unpredictable for system to understand and animate. But this all brings us to the bigger question. Why was this created? Like, what was their goal? Why build something like this? And the answer might be simple. Immortality. The ability to take a human mind and let it live forever. No death, no disease, no limits. We even hear hints of it.
Either due to pure brilliance or the tuner in his head. He was trying to make something.
So maybe uploading themselves, becoming something digital, they wanted to escape death. By the way, I'm adding this after editing, so sorry if my voice sounds a little off, but the fact that file has obsolete in the name, like old files. Maybe even the project is done and ready and Kane is just taking the old files of other AIs to still prove himself. Like, maybe these people are living their lives unaware that their past minds are being tortured in AI. Or those are just abstracted files, but I believe if abstracted and other characters were separated, there should have been 3 files. So I believe that's all the players there, abstracted or not. You know what, for now I have no idea how will things go, so I'd like to hear your ideas about how will this series end. What will happen in the next episode? Do you think that we will get a second AI to save the day, or something else will happen. I'd really love to hear more ideas. Just to make this video, I haven't been watching any digital circus theory videos, just to keep this theory as original as possible. I'm sick, I'm tired, and now I'll finally go lay in bed and watch every theory video I can find. So have a good evening, day and night. Bye.